Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm a little bit late getting everything started, but I've been talking to FB. Uh, he's going to be on my panel today, uh, talking about different things. And I'd like to welcome everyone who is here today for this live stream. We're going to probably do some updates on what's going on across the frauditor community. Uh, Hopefully, you know, uh, we'll have a good turnout on what's going on. Um, Hopefully. Um, Hello, everyone, and welcome to. So, how many people we got in here today? We see three, but it's Memorial Weekend, um, so it's going to be probably a small group, but at least we'll sit here and have an enjoyable uh, um, get together and have a small discussion on what's going on. Once I get the thumbs up from FB, I'll bring him up on the panel and we'll have a discussion about how things are going on with him and on what's going on with his channel. So I'd like to say good morning to or good afternoon to Cool Clearwater. He's on here. Minister, welcome. Mr. Mimsy, welcome. Amy, good to see you. So some of this stuff is going to get brought up with Frauditor Buster, FB. During this week, we've seen some things come together with General Pacific. The disgruntled or the split between Dumbwaiter and Generally Pacific, as well as Dumbwaiter and other frauditor channels have split, especially with things between Dumbwaiter and Generally Pacific. The way it looks, it's going to get even worse. So hopefully, as support comes closer to Dumbwaiter, we'll see it even further divide. But his e-bagging will probably start up. He disappears for 4 or 5 days, 6 days at a time. So we'll figure that he's going to start something between now and the time he goes to court. And that's sometime scheduled for sometime next month. This past week, we've seen where after Georgia Transparency and Lana, especially after Lana got arrested, things have quieted down there, or they have turned around and turned up the heat a little bit more, which is kind of expected. Are you ready to come up there, Frauditor Buster?
Yeah, FT, I'm back. Good evening, everybody good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Everyone in the chat, thanks for having me up here, FT. Unfortunately, that video is on my other hard drive, which is currently being used, so I can't get to it. And for some reason, my network won't allow me to access other computers. But since you requested it, I will upload it or re-upload it to my channel, my new channel, and I will also update it because obviously with the ones that he's had taken down, those ones won't be relevant. There is something though that he did say in one of his lives that if he was going to do any e-begging, it wouldn't be on GoFundMe. There are a couple of other places that do it. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on those as well. But he reckons that he wasn't going to be using GoFundMe again. But we'll see what happens. He has been known to lie.
Well, some of his dumbwaiters videos have been probably re-uploaded hogwash that he's uploaded before that he's kind of recirculating again.
Yeah, I think he's trying to keep a low profile and try and keep himself out of trouble because he picks up a camera, he opens his mouth, and the next thing you know, there's another charge looming. So my personal opinion is I think he is trying to keep a low profile so that he doesn't cop any more charges because, as the saying goes, give a man enough rope and he'll hang himself. Well, he's got that much rope that he could probably reach from Indiana to China at the moment and halfway back again. So I think he might start being a little bit more selective in what he does.
Well, the latest thing is talking about this cease and desist letter. You exposed it and said something about it in one of your videos, and now a different cease and desist order came out, and this time with a certified envelope. I don't know if we've talked about this before, but he's trying to say that that's not the letter that he originally first gave to JJ.
Oh yeah, I did do a video on his cease and desist letter where I literally pulled that one that Tiffany emailed to Wrangler and how inconsistent it was, spelling errors, formatting, consistency, and then morning Dixie, nice to see you here. And then I did a cease and desist letter up after studying quite a few different law. I studied at least 3 different lawyer websites or lawyer company website, attorney websites, and they all said the same thing: how it should be laid out, what you should be saying in it. Which then I sent to him, and then this email, the cease and desist letter that he served to JJ. You can make out some of the writing in it, but not a lot of it. Then there's the one that JJ read out in court where it threatens his daughter. Now, Dumbwaiter has said that I circulated those out, that I created about 5 or 6 different cease and desist letters that I emailed around through the internet, and that's one of them. That I actually posted that letter to JJ. Now, that's a really interesting trick because I can't send US certified mail from Australia. That means that I've had to come over to the US, gone to the post office that he went to. Just hang on a minute, guys. Used his credit card to pay for it. So he's blaming me for that one. Then he turned around and said that I was coaching Wrangler and JJ on how to write a cease and desist letter in Dumbwaiter style, so that it looked like it came from Dumbwaiter, but in fact one of those two wrote it. So yeah, take your pick what I've done. I'm still waiting for the extradition orders to come through, because he reckons that I committed fraud between that and his GoFundMe. So, you know, I don't know. I'm a naughty boy. I've been doing things that I shouldn't have been doing.
Did you take that magical jet plane from Australia to the United States?
Yeah. And it's got that invisibility shield on it, so like Wonder Woman's, so that US Customs didn't see me land, and I was able to enter the US without, you know, clearing immigration and customs and all of those people. Didn't have a visa, didn't have a passport, so you know, there's a lot of charges there waiting for me. So we'll see what happens.
I figured since you got the invisible plane, we got the invisible vehicle, we got the invisible person, we got the invisible, letter, we got the invisible, everything's invisible. Somewhere there's an imposter. I'm not sure how that's going to fit in. Of course, I'm saying all this sarcastically because none of this makes any sense.
Okay, look, FT, I'm just between you and me, okay? This doesn't go any further than you and me. I'll let you into a little secret, okay? But you got to promise me that it's only going to stay between you and me.
Oh, I promise.
I was the imposter.
Oh.
It was me all the time. I was in 246 Leah Way. I had the joint. It was me. Just don't let anyone know, please.
Oh, heavens, the Megatroid. We've got aliens on board. Well, we figured out the imposter. Well, I'll tell you
that. Dumbwaiter, if you're listening to this, that's called sarcasm. I'm having some fun at your expense, okay? Just in case you're watching and you're too stupid to realise. Sorry, FT.
Dumbwaiter doesn't know what sarcasm is.
Give me 2, I'll be back.
All right. Hello, Gene. Glad to see you in here. Dixie, sorry I didn't say hi to you yet, but hi. Earlier there was cool Gremlins. Welcome. Nice to see you in here. Hi there, Booger McGee. Glad you said aliens. They're all walking around us all the time. Let's see. So, any questions so far from my subscribers? FB will be right back. Let's see. More interesting news is S. Elmo is, he was arrested. Don't know if he's still in jail. I think this week or next week, Kentucky Reacts, both his wife and him, they've got trial. I think it's either this week or next. It's before June. But there seems to be a lot of things going on with what's been going on. Aliens are always in the libraries. Huh. So are frauditors. And lately, the frauditors are starting to get into the schools, but hopefully, schools are starting to go out for summer break.
Let's don't even go down that path of frauditors going into schools, because that's just wrong on so many levels.
It's completely disgusting that they have to go into schools. You know, and now I saw a video today by Lucid Dream, who will be on panel next Saturday. She just released a video about a frauditor doing a WIC office. And
yeah,
that is completely disgusting to expose or filming or videoing innocent children, women, who's going in for, help with raising children. Completely disgusting.
I totally agree with you there. And I think the police department need to get their knuckles wrapped across the coals with, because the way they handled it. It's one thing, yeah, sure. Go film a police station. Go film the local council offices. Go film in Disneyland. But once you start going into places like the post office, like WIC, DMVs, you're crossing the line big time, particularly when children get involved. And yeah, Jason Gutterman. Yeah, cool, Clearwater. She did bring up a very good point about the requirement for parents to give authorization for their children to be used in videos. The one point she didn't bring up was that YouTube terms of services for monetized channels is you need to get permission from everybody to have them on your video, and they're entitled to compensation, which makes it very easy for us to get in contact with, places like the post office, PennDOTs, DMVs, and say, hey, listen, this is what you can do. And in fact, that's one of the videos I'm working on. If anyone's going to be interested, is a video called Victim to Victor. And it's going to give my opinions, and that's all they are, just opinions, on what to do when you are attacked, quote unquote, by a frauditor. How you can handle it at the time that they're there, what you should say to that person, what you should do, and then what you can do after the event has happened. So that's one of the videos that will be coming out probably within about the next 2 weeks.
Well, watching that video of what Lucid Dreams did, during that whole video, there was so many things that Lucid Dreams couldn't get a hold of. When the WIC office called 911, the dispatcher, instead of sending the cops at the time of the call, they wanted more information instead of sending the help that they needed. And I think there needs to be some type of updating, but there was so much that even Lucid Dreams couldn't get everything deciphered. because there was just so much wrong with that whole frauditing situation. But she did a good job.
Oh yeah. I've really been enjoying her work. I love the owl. And yeah, you're right. There was just so much that was wrong with that entire situation. The dispatcher or the operator, all he really needed was the basic information. There's somebody in here. He's filming. He's not allowed to be filming. We need a patrol car. This is our address. My name is Joe Blow, and I'm staff here. He didn't need all the descriptions about what she was wearing, because all the police had to do was walk in there and walk up to the counter and go, "Hi, I'm looking for Joe Blow." "Yep, that's me." "Okay, this is what's happening. We want him trespassed." As soon as they say, "We want him trespassed," that's it. That's all the cops need. No problems. Turn around, walk up to him, go, "You're now trespassed." Name, address, date of birth, and give him a trespass notice. I think there needs to be some form of training, not only done by
Well,
businesses.
I like to welcome hey Fraudit Wrangler. I hope you have a great weekend and a great day. Have fun at the barbershop.
You sure you really
You
need
know,
that, Wrangler?
just don't go, just don't get anywhere near Tiffany. We got to watch out. Like you don't want to be another dumbwaiter and have missing eyebrows.
Yeah, but she's a certified beautician. She should be able to do that sort of thing.
Well, excuse my uh, my idea that I wouldn't take my dog or cat to work. It might not have any hair or eyebrows. Sorry.
Yeah, you just imagine you ask for your legs to be waxed and she waxes something else for you. There's a thought for you, Wrangler. You could get Kimmy to do some. You could get Tiffany to do some waxing for you. Yeah, wait for it. I'm going to get into trouble for that one.
TMI. Hey, King
Yeah.
Pokey.
So yeah, I think there's a lot of training that needs to be done, and from the businesses to employees to dispatch to the police. But I mean, we are seeing a turnaround in the number of arrests, and I think this year is going to be a bad year for these parasites. It's just a matter of if they get to go to court. And the other thing we need to do is to train judges, not judges, train the DA not to give these parasites plea deals. You get charged with this, you go to court, you stand, and then you do your time. Just like, now, who's that guy in Nevada? I can't remember his name. He keeps live streaming. Delete Laws. That's it. Delete Laws got 180 days. I think he's got a lot more time coming, and he just doesn't realize it yet. So I think this year is going to be a turning point for a lot of these people.
Welcome, CyberX. Hey, Ray. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Last I knew, she hasn't been on Hezbollah's channel. She's been in ICU, and
Yeah.
I know she's now on in the chat, and she was home. We miss you, Ray. It's good to see you up in the channel chat today. Hey, Jeff Clark. So, like I said, I scheduled this for Monday, but I'm going to be doing a very special Memorial Day dedication on Monday afternoon. I'd like to welcome everyone to come. We're going to I want everyone that has parents that are veterans. It don't matter if it's military veterans or what. That's what Memorial Day is designed for. But we'll accept veterans. Even in Australia, that includes you, there, Frauditor Buster. We celebrate all the veterans throughout, America, Australia, around the world. So I like to make sure everyone comes on Monday for that special Memorial Day dedication that I'm doing. It's I thought about it last night, and I announced it probably in Wrangler's channel, but toward the end of the live stream. But so it ain't, and whoever wants to come up on the panel is more than welcome. FBI, if you want, Monday at 2, that's up to you. I'll ask others to come up if they want. And it'll be basically, we're not going to talk about frauditors. It's going to be dedicated to our military, our past military. That's my idea.
Sounds good. 2 o'clock, you say?
Yeah, 2 o'clock Central Time.
Bloody hell, another early morning for me. You realise that you scheduling at 2 at 1 o'clock or at 2 o'clock. At 12 hours, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning over here. So I had to set my alarm just to make sure that I made it here today. So I'm just pulling the piss out of you. Yeah, look, I'll be there if I don't think I'm working, so I should be free to be here. So yeah, I'll set my alarm and I'll be here.
Well, if Ray wants to come up that day, I would also invite veteran military up on the panel. We're not going to talk about politics or what's going on. We're talking about it's a memorial for our veterans, nothing more. Let's honor our veterans.
Yeah,
that's my point of this dedication.
I'm lucky over my 20 years I was actually able to serve with quite a few Americans. We had them come over here to prop up our numbers in our submarines. And of course, I went to the Gulf in 2001, so I got to work firsthand in a war zone with them, and I met some really nice people and made some really good friends out from the US side of it. But I'll tell you what is scary is when we were alongside for shore leave, and we were in a secure wharf area, which is as secure as you can get in a war zone. You walk through the checkpoints. Now, to set things clearly here, I was there in 2001, so it was soon after 9/11. US Marines are not the people to joke around with, particularly when they're on watch. And walking into a checkpoint and you've got to walk down the wrong end of a submachine gun that's pointing at the entrance, you realise just how serious these guys take their job. So hats off to all of the US vets serving, current, past. It was certainly a pleasure working with them. But as I said, met some great people, had some great times, and made some great friends out of it.
Well, I mean, I could stretch this Memorial Day dedication out. We've lost some uh, uh, police officers here in the last month that will never come home again to their loved ones. Military, um, police officers, firefighters, uh, you know, actual reporters. They're, but reporters are not normally not covered on Memorial Day, but you know, Memorial Day is toward the men and women who never made it home, and um, in some ways, police officers, and some of them I'm thinking of, that didn't come home. They went to work and they didn't come home. So now their families are left behind. So let's think of everybody. So that's my thoughts. But that's for Monday.
I'll second that. I think that's what a lot of these. I don't call them parasites because that's what they are. They're parasites. That's what a lot of these don't stop and think about. When the shit happens and everybody's running away from it, who do we see running towards it? The firefighter, the police officer, the military. And yet these parasites, they're running away. They're running in the opposite direction to protect their own asses. And yet they're the first to criticize what they do. They're the first to call them corrupt and whatever else they want to call them. Okay, yes, within any large organization, you're going to have your bad apples. But really, how many bad apples are there in one organization? You look at an organization like the US military where you've got, I don't know what your last count is, but let's say you've got 500,000 in the US Navy. You might have less than 1% that are bad. LAPD, you might have 10,000 officers. Less than 1% are going to be bad. So, and you can't get rid of it. It's the human factor. The only way we can get rid of it is remove the human out of the equation. And what do we get if we do that? AI. Yeah, but who's programmed AI? A human. So, these parasites, they need to realize that they're the first people that they rely on, our emergency services, no matter what country you're in. We rely on them to protect us. It doesn't hurt for us to show some respect for them. Just my 2 cents. Yeah, exactly. Cool, clear. EMTs are another group that run toward the fire. I've seen videos where EMTs are running in during a gun battle, often under, a police escort, but they're still heading into the gunfire. So, yeah, you're right. It's another one. And I didn't mean to forget about them. The EMS, EMTs, any of the first responders. So, yeah, hats off to you, FT, for the upcoming Monday stream.
Well, I thought about this yesterday because I haven't seen anybody advertise, anything for. I know it's a U.S. America holiday, and I haven't seen anyone advertise them doing a show or doing a live stream uh, uh, on the for Memorial Day. I figure I would do one. Uh, I am a veteran, U.S. Marine Corps veteran. Uh, I was on the early enlistment back in '79. Went into the Marine Corps Reserve, early enlistment, and then when I graduated high school in '79, before I even went into boot camp, I was. This is when we were bringing home the Vietnam vets. Uh, that conflict, uh, they gave me a honorable discharge for. At that time, the draft had ended, and it was voluntary enlistment, and I was one of the first ones to voluntarily enlist. And they turned around and gave me an honorable discharge. So, and I'm still classified on my DD 214 as a military vet, but I didn't serve one day in the military. But I was on reserve, so I did 1 weekend a month. So I am classified as a veteran.
Thank you for
If
your
anybody,
service,
if
FT.
anybody, I know that a lot of people sit there and crucify others for the length of service they did or didn't do, whether they did enough service. But my DD 214 tells me I was in the service. I raised my right hand. I swore to defend the Constitution. And, you know, I am not an outspoken person about uh, my military service because all I did was, uh, weekends, and I was in high school at the time. But I still got an honorable discharge. I was proud to raise my right hand. So, all right. Well, let's get back to what we were talking about. So, any news about how things are going with you there, FB?
Not really. I'm just trundling along. I've got a couple of videos that I'm working on. One, I got to thank the Lucid Dream for putting me onto him. It's that Rights Ruckus, the dickhead that went and visited the schools. I'm doing one on him. I've got his criminal background, so I'll be including that. Shocker, like any frauditor, he has a criminal background. He's got, he did have a domestic violence charge, which got dismissed. He's got drug charges, drug paraphernalia charges. He's got 3 active warrants out on him at the moment.
Well,
Mountain Man, I really take offense to that. We did not stand back in 2001. We went down to the Gulf. We went to protect your fucking freedom. Don't you dare tell me we stood back. I think you can leave. Sorry, FT. Mountain Man, he's one of your mods. What do you mean, no, I fucking didn't?
This is not against FB. Let's not start the drama up. We're talking about today. We're not talking about,
No, sorry,
Memorial.
FT.
This is about Memorial Weekend and the people that served, the people that didn't make it home. We're not going to sit here and have a drama war.
Yeah, well, Mountain Man can retract his fucking statement. Either Mountain Man retracts his statement or I'm leaving. I'm sorry, FT.
Mountain Man, retract your statement or leave.
All right. I'm sorry, FT, but I'm out of here. Good night.
Mountain Man, I am going to remove your wrench. We don't need to hear that this weekend. You just messed up my live stream. I'm sorry, subscribers, but I'm not going to have any one of my panelists be done this way. All right. Sorry about that, subscribers. I'll have to take care of this. Well, I hope everybody's not upset with me, but I'm not going to see my panelists go through that. We have respect in this group. I'm sorry to say that. All right. Any other comments from my subscribers? I will tell my subscribers that Mountain Man, I will take his wrench, his moderator that's called a wrench. I will take his wrench. And if he does not apologize to FB or me, then I will ban him from the group, from the channel. What do you mean, Kettle? All right. During the time that I was in the early enlistment, the day that I graduated high school, my rank was private first class. That's the highest rank that I got. And it's listed on my DD 214 as PFC, private first class, if that's what you're asking. Well, that messes up my programming for today. Uh, the Marine Corps recruit training was, being that I was a high school student, was one weekend a month because I was in the reserves. That included, it would be one weekend a month. Uh, that included Marine Corps recruit training. Yes. Hey, B9 Mama Bear. Whoop, B9 Mom Bear. Kittle, is there a reason why you have a DAC on your name? Because we're not going to play politics in here. Hey, Gene. Kittle, it's none of your business what I did in the military. I gave you my history and what happened. That's as far as it is going to go. So, I don't have any videos to play. I was going to play a video uh, with the help of FB, but that got um, um, postponed. Hopefully, I can talk FB to come back in sometime. Uh, so, and I do not, I don't want FB to be upset that he left me hanging or anything. Um, so, we are going to uh, let the live stream end. I hope everyone has a fantastic, safe Memorial weekend. Like I said, we will be having our a Memorial Day dedication Monday at 2:00. Um, hopefully, I can get uh, some veterans lined up on panels. We will talk about military, uh, a dedication toward the military, the ones that didn't make it home. And we will not make it about frauditors, soft SIDS, or anything else. This is for Memorial Day for our veterans, for all veterans. So let's have a great day, and we will talk to everybody hopefully on Monday. And you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you later. Bye.